So I'm Jalen Forrest. I'm here doing my Microsoft Excel project, and I'm here with my guest, Xavier Sloan. He's just going to tell us a little bit about himself, where he works, and how long.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be here. I'm Xavier Sloan. I'm currently working at Brand Incorporated. I work in the change management function, which falls under the organizational readiness umbrella. So we're more so the little brother of project management. And I've been there for almost 4 years.
Okay. So the project is about Microsoft Excel, and can you just tell me how you use Excel in your normal work life?
Yeah, for sure. So, like I mentioned before, we work really close with project managers, and I use Microsoft Excel for collecting project tasks, for creating project plans to implement into the overall project plan for our projects. I use it to gather training schedules, to send out different charts that I may need for follow-ups and things like that. So, I use it a great deal.
So can you tell me any key functions you use in particular with Excel?
Yeah, for sure. So, particularly when I was doing a project with our champion retail stores, I created a training schedule within Excel, and it just made it easier to use that chart function. It helps me kind of track, exactly when I want to schedule trainings, who's going to be responsible for those trainings. Helps me organize those different areas. And I also use it, like I said, for project plan tasks. So when I'm, associating tasks with functional areas and aligning dates and things like that, that software definitely helps me out a great deal.
So it sounds like you use it a good majority of your work time. Like, how would you say how much during your normal week schedule you use Excel?
Oh man, so just having, I have a lot of meetings throughout the day, and a lot of those meetings deal with updating project tasks. And when I receive emails from our project management team on updating my task, I actually use Microsoft Excel to do that. So a great majority of my day, so more so 50 to 60% of my day is used using that software. So a lot of experience within that Microsoft Excel.
So would you say that using Microsoft Excel made your job life easier?
Oh yeah, for sure, because there's also a tool called Microsoft Project, and I'd rather use Microsoft Excel because it's a little bit easier. It definitely helps you. There's a lot of tutorials online that you can use for Microsoft Excel, which makes it easier for me. And as you know, I'm in high school and things like that. We learned Microsoft Excel first before using all these other tools. So it's definitely made it easier, for me to implement, like I said before, project tasks and being able to understand the language that's used, even when I'm adding up things and trying to figure out different elements of projects. It definitely makes things a little bit easier.
So what kind of advice would you give somebody that is new to the business administration field and maybe doesn't know too much about Excel? What advice would you give them?
Oh man, there is nothing that you cannot find online. You know what I mean? Like, that's very important. I know that coming into corporate America, I definitely wanted to learn more about Excel because I knew that it would be a tool that I'll be using a lot within my job function. So if I were to tell someone fresh into the career or who will be using Microsoft Excel, don't be afraid to ask questions. There's if you're looking for any type of formulas or anything that you want to use as far as tables and charts, you can find that online. There's actually like certain tools and help things that like I think there's like a help button. That can help. I think you should definitely take advantage of things like that. So that's what I would recommend to somebody who's new to using Microsoft Excel.
Right. So just to cover a little more about the key functions that you feel like you use in Excel in your normal everyday life. Like, how do you think those functions in particular stand out from the other ones to get it done better?
Right. I'm more so, like I said, I'm more so a visual person. So I like to use those pie charts and those bar charts, those scatter charts. Even when I'm trying to figure out timings of different scheduling options and trainings, those come into play a lot, and I'd rather use those than making more visual boards or creating something to show in meetings. You know, whether I'm doing it physically or on a dry erase board, that Excel worksheet helps a great deal. And even when I'm, you know, more so doing project tasks, like I mentioned before, it's easier. I have other coworkers who may put it into a different program, but Microsoft Excel definitely helps me, you know, kind of make it a little bit more simpler.